Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the space today. It is a glorious morning. Today, let us bask in unconditional love. Where does this unconditional love come from? The law. Why, you say? It is the law that governs all of creation. And when I say govern, I don't mean it rules with an iron fist. I mean, it allows things to flow smoothly. It allows things to be. It allows us to grow and to come into an understanding and to learn about ourselves and to learn about the all. This is what it does. This is what it does. It allows us to simply walk and live and be. And it tells us on a daily basis, you know, you can. Just accept that you can. This is what it says to us every day. And remember scripture, it rains on the wicked as well as the righteous. Because that is what unconditional means. It doesn't say, well, you were really good over here. Let me reward you. You were naughty over there. Let me take something away. The law doesn't do that. The law causes us to reflect, self reflect. The law causes us to bring those things to the surface that we want to change. Or it allows us to magnify the things we're good at. This is law. We don't have to fret. We don't have to be afraid. We don't have to worry. We don't have to try and figure it out. And what do I mean by it? We don't have to figure out the world. Move with the law. And many things will be brought clear to you, or made clear, I should say. This is law. Right? That unconditional love will cause you to do what? It will cause you to look at any of the challenges that you have faced in the past or any of the challenges you're currently facing. It will allow you to look at them and put them into perspective so that you can do what? So that you can see you are free. You are free. You are free. Because if you think about it, if you think yourself to be a victim, what happens? You become it. But if you think yourself to be free, you're not even pretending to be free. You need to know you are free. The law frees you. It frees you from any mindset that is undesirable. And it allows you to recreate something in your world that you prefer. But you see, it doesn't just stop there. It's not this airy fairy thing. It's not something that's just la la dee dee. No, the law is strong. So you are strong. The law is bold. So you are bold. The law is creative. So you are creative. The law is love. You are love. How so? Because the very essence of the law, the very essence of the law permeates every fiber of our being. You see, I read in these Reddit forums a lot. People are so dissatisfied. They're so upset. They're so hurt because they don't know the law. They feel stuck. They feel trapped because they don't know the law. You may have started out, as Neville would say, behind the 8 ball, but the law says, oh, honey, you don't have to remain there. Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? And all the while that you are learning who you are, right? You begin to learn other things. You begin to learn ways of protecting your mind. You learn discernment. Now, is that not unconditional love? Yeah, but Angela, look at the state of the world. Yes. Who is the law concerned with? You. Me. 8 billion. You see, we think that perhaps the things that are going on around us are, just unseen and unaffected. But remind yourselves of the law, especially causation. You cannot escape that law. So if you can't escape the law, not that you would want to, but if you can't escape the law, you might as well flourish. I don't even like saying that phrase of escape because you're not held captive by the law. You're freed. You're freed. So when you see your freedom and you begin to walk in your freedom by way of law, do you think you'll fret about who the bad people are? No. Do you know why? Because as within, so without. You reap what you have sown. Oh, but Angela, the wicked always seem to prosper. Exactly. Seem. You don't know, nor do I, what they are dealing with. Just like they don't know what you are dealing with. But if you use the law, you are guaranteed your life is going to change. Not because you're special. No, you're special to you. You're special to me. But when it comes to the law, there's no partiality in the law. Because look at how easy it would be for nepotism. Now, don't we see enough of that? It's only who you know. It's a family business. That's what we do. But the law, so long as you apply it, you'll be successful. As within, so without. This is why the law always. Remember what Neville says? Don't wish for anybody what you wouldn't want for yourself. You see, when you use the law, yes, when you practice using the law, you will not take your strength from someone else. Oh, what's that mean? It means you won't siphon energy off of anybody. Do you know why you won't siphon energy off of someone? Because you draw your energy from the law. Now, I wonder what would happen if other people did that. But you see, you can protect yourself. You know why? Whatever you give your attention to, you're feeding it. It has your attention. So, because it has your attention, your energy will go towards it. Period. So you see, Draw your strength, draw your energy, draw, draw from the law, okay? Why do we do that? Because the law gives freely and it is inexhaustible. You can't wear it out, you can't tap it out, you know? Draw your strength from the law because it is most effective and efficient. Think about this for a moment. If you draw your energy from somebody, they only have so much to give you. And then you're going to have to find a new source. You want that for your life? You want to be in an unreliable situation? Listen, move with the law, and you are in reliable company. You are in reliable company when you lean on the law and you draw from the law. Oh, but this person, oh, but that person. Quit giving them your attention, your thought, energy. Remember the law of gender. Thoughts don't stay within the mind. They are projected outward. So if you are going to sit and think about somebody, right, and be upset with those thoughts, you are sending them. You know how we say, oh, I'm sending you love and light. You know how we say that? Well, the minute you think of someone for an extended amount of time, you are sending them something, whether it be love and light or resentment. It is irrelevant. You're sending something. So make sure that what you draw from and what you project. See, if you draw it from the law, hey, what are you going to project? As within, so without, yes? This is why you draw from the law. You see that level of unconditional love? Do you see it? That it just allows you to tap into it and draw from it. It feeds you like those baby chicks that are outside. Oh, they're noisy. And their mother comes along and she feeds them. The law feeds us, sustains us, supports us all day, every day. And if you remember that, you will not allow yourself to be bogged down by the misdeeds of other people because you'll put it in perspective. You can only give off, right? You can only give off what you have on the inside. So allow the law to fill you up with what? What it is. Unconditional love. You know why? Because when people act a fool, you'll know exactly why. Yeah, you'll shake your head and go, ah, the law of correspondence at work. I see. And you know what you don't do in that moment? When you recognize, oh, yes, this is the law of correspondence at work. You won't hate them. Even though you might want to. But remember, in order for you to project hatred, where must it be? In your bosom. In your bosom. You see, that scripture that tells you to love your enemies. Shoot, that's a hard pill to swallow. But a spoonful of sugar will make the medicine go down in a most delightful way. How so? Because when you recognize what they've got because of what they project into the world, and you see it for what it is, do you think you will allow it to thwart you? No, you will simply say, I'm picking up what you're laying down. I see it. I see. But you know what? Pfft, I don't need it. I don't need it. And you don't allow it to affect you. You don't allow it to embitter you. You don't allow it to muck up your day. You don't allow it to drag you down. You don't allow it to make you feel like you're less than and that you have no value. You will not allow that to happen because you see clearly. You see the law. And when you see it, you move accordingly. You don't pick it up and say, oh, I got time today. You won't do that, right? That's why you can love your enemies. Because we think love is this love. Love will keep us together. We think love is this flowery thing. No. Love. What is love? Shoot. Love is the ability to look at yourself and acknowledge what you will keep and what you will relinquish without judgment or justification. That is what love is. Unconditional love. Unconditional. And you, when you know that for yourself, again, nobody. It doesn't matter what the. Listen, the whole world could crumble, honey. The whole world could crumble. Perhaps it already has. We don't know for sure. But we can rebuild. Yes. I want you to see that you have the capacity. You have what it takes. You see, somebody said, but don't I always have to be in a good mood? No. No, you don't. Let me tell you something. A little bit of anger, well applied, is a powerful emotion that will polarize you because it is your intent. The intent, you see the vibration, yes? Vibration influences polarity and rhythm. So if you say, oh, I am so angry about where I'm at, this will not do, and you stomp your foot and you say, not another lick of my energy today, but I'll be over there instead. Ah, you've just propelled yourself in the direction you want to be, and that is a higher vibration. Why is it higher? Because you refuse to stay where you are. You refuse to stay in something that is beneath you. Oh, you need anger for that. I'm not talking anger as in, how dare you? I'm not talking about that kind of anger. Righteous anger, righteous, right thinking. When you look at the situation and you say, no, you've just transmuted anger, right? You just transmuted it. It's no longer anger now. You just use the power of it to push yourself in the direction that you want to go in. That's what you did. This is what the law shows you you can do. Right? So you see, you have the capacity. You truly, truly do. I have the capacity. I'm not speaking to you from a high horse or a, you know, mountaintop. I'm speaking to you from the law. Nothing is higher than it. Nothing is. Nothing is higher than it. And you know it. You know it today that you have the power in the palm of your hand to change your situation. Get a little fired up about it and say, wait, you're trying to tell me that every time I sit here and I allow somebody to make me feel like trash, they're getting my energy? You're damn right. But if you apply the law, you look at your situation, you say, this will not do. Now, if you're like me and you're slightly overdramatic, you can take on a persona and say, oh, but no, darling, I'm royalty. I do not deserve this nonsense. I belong up here. Begin to see yourself up there in an elevated state. Use what is at your disposal that you have already. The things that you know you are good at, use them. To do what? Get yourself where you want to be. Use them. Because you know why? You see the confidence you have in the things that you do? Oh, that. That is yours to use. It is yours to use. You say, oh, I'm really good at this. You see that vibration of acknowledging, oh, I'm really good at this. What? I can do this? You see that? Use it. Use it. Why would you let it sit there and go to waste? You see what happens, right? When we blind our own eyes with agitation and frustration, yeah, you don't see what is right at your fingertips that you can use. But if you apply the law and you say, what do I have at my disposal? What can I use? Well, the law will show you. And you begin to use it. But that change isn't happening fast enough, Angela. Oh, we'll get a little fired up. Get a little fired up. Incorporate the nature of fire. Fire is hot and it moves. But after the burn is done, what remains? More nutrient density remains. You can grow anew from there. You know what I'm saying to you today? Use it. Use the fire. Use your passion. Because everything moves. Everything moves, including you and me. So today, we don't sit there any longer. You sit there, if you're going to sit there, which law can I use to benefit myself right now? In this moment, what law can I use? That's what you do. That's what you do. You notice something? We don't have to stomp on anybody else to get anything. What do you need to do instead? Get an image. Know what you want. Get some clarity. Because the minute you feel, look, the minute you feel like you've got to take from somebody to have more, now, that's a distortion. That's telling you, draw your strength from somebody else. What? That's not sustainable. But if you draw your strength from the law, you can go the distance. I can go the distance. I couldn't help myself. Because I can. But I bet you'll remember. I know you'll remember. That's why I have to use everything at my disposal on a daily basis. How do you think I get myself through a day? Listen, if you look around too long, that madness out there, whew, careful. Keep your eyes on the law. Maintain your sanity. Keep your eyes on the law. And you will go the distance. I tell you, because the law is the truth, yeah? And because the law is the truth, whatever is not true won't stand in its presence for very long. Because it's hot and it burns everything away. So again, I know and I understand struggle. I understand trying to get somewhere. I understand trying to change. But if you use the law, you will see who you are, what your gifts are, meaning what tools you have in your toolbox. Look, the law will make you a MacGyver. The law will make you a MacGyver, okay? You can do a lot with a paperclip and a rubber band. Why? Because the law will give you clarity and ideas to pull yourself from the bowels of anywhere, to elevate yourself. But for the love of God in all things, use the law. You have to use it. You are powerful. What? You are full of power. You are full of power. But something whispered, you're weak. You can't withstand anything. And because it was whispered, it did what to you? Made you believe it. But the law is telling you today lies. Those are lies. You know how you'll know they're lies? By applying the law and seeing what you are capable of. If you don't know what you're capable of, stomp your foot and go, damn it, what am I capable of doing? Ah, do you see the difference between that question and why can't I ever do anything right? Do you see the difference? What am I capable of doing? Ah, now you're getting somewhere when you ask, what am I capable of doing? Ask, and you shall receive. From who? You. I tell you, you are already doing it. When you don't remember someone's name or you don't remember the name of a song, what do? You say, oh my God, what is that? What is the name of that? It's on the tip of my tongue. Dun, da, da, da. And then what happens? You just blurt it out. So, what am I capable of? And you'll blurt it out too. And you'll do it. You know when somebody says, oh, I don't know if you guys are following that court case, but the judge said no, the lawyer, the prosecutor asked the question of, um, did you tell him you were married? And her response was, he didn't ask. Oh, sweet Jesus. I was like, let me turn this off before I cuss. If you don't ask, how are you going to get the answer? Those two things are the same, but they're not. They are the same because you know on the inside of you what it is you want to do. But we have allowed something and someone to come along and muffle your ears so that you doubt your own self. Well, oh no, I can't do that. Oh no. And you know what we're so good at too? Instead of asking those questions of ourselves, what am I capable of? Instead of asking that, we just take it and run with it that says, oh, but I can't. And you know something else that we do? Oh boy. Oh, this morning I'm well aware of what I'm about to say. When we diminish ourselves, mm? Because sometimes if you've got a really good and powerful skill and you use it, somebody comes along and says, yeah, but why you always gotta be so much better than everybody else? You know? And because we want to fit in, what do we do? Reduce ourselves so as not to offend. But you see, if you apply the law, when you hear that and you say, oh, correspondence, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Oh, snap. Oh, so you feel small, so you want me to feel small? I see. And you get bigger. That's what you do. You know why? Do you know why you should get bigger instead of allowing someone to try and make you feel small? Because at the end of the day, you'll be unhappy and you'll be tortured by your own lack of achievement. But why? Because now there's two of you. Walk in what you are talented to do. Walk in it. Live in it. Do it. That's what the scripture, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Magnify what you are good at. You do not diminish yourself to appease the masses. Get fired up about that and say, what am I capable of doing? What do I have at my disposal that I can use? Let's take a quick moment to welcome everyone to the space. Good Lord, look at the time. Somebody's fired up in here today. Jeff, welcome. Meep, I see you. Lou, Lilith. Oh, Karen. Hello, darling. Welcome to the space. It is a pleasure to see you all here in Twitter. It's very good to see you all. Fan base, who's here this morning? Vonnie. Oh, yes, my dear darling. I see, because I don't see the full name, you're going to have to tell me how to pronounce it again, okay? Because I don't want to. Well, you know what? I always say, la, 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 right? Because I see it as a beautiful thing. Because you are beautiful. Flo Smiles, Matthias, KZ, Miss McQueen, Summer Rose, Zola. Where is my beautiful Yolanda today? Fan base, I see you all. Thank you for the love and your time for being here today. Who's here? I think Indy may be on Facebook today. Ruby, darling. Hello. Ultra, Elsie, Empress, Ella. Oh, Anot. Yes, my darling. Page 7 is what you mean. But I feel you. I know. The better man. Shea butter. Cyber. How dare you stay away so long? I see you. David, Sonia. And for the others who have not made themselves known in the chat, I see you too. It is a glorious day. Listen, get fired up today about what you are. Get fired up about it. You have skills. Remember the Merovingian when Neo stopped the bullets and he goes, okay, you have skill. You have skills. You have skills. But you see, sometimes we are afraid of being judged. Oh, you think you're better. And that's when you can have a retort within yourself that says, I don't think I am. I know I am. I'm not saying that you're better than George or better than Susie. I'm saying you are better than the perceived thing that the world wants you to believe. That's why you're better. Because why? Because if you walk around and you think that you're less than, how are you going to behave? Mm. You remember the scripture. Whatever is good, honest, worthy, think on those things. Oh, indeed. So today, you see that unconditional love that the law is? Use it. Use it. Day in and day out. Ultra. Well, of course. But when you see that, right? Because they tell you, yeah, you stay humble. That word, oh, shoot. Vile word. Because the context of that word humble, don't get too proud now. Don't get too sure of yourself. Don't get too big for your britches. Oh, shoot. You see, when you walk with your head down because you think humility is a good thing. No. Self confidence, knowing yourself is where you should be. That's the thing. Oh, honey, don't outshine anybody else. How about they rise and shine? Hmm? How about they rise and shine? If you're busy rising and shining, you don't have time to tell somebody, oh, look, you just tone it down a notch. You're hurting my eyes. If everybody is shining, well, then we've already adjusted. Ain't nobody in the dark. Yes? And again, it is not arrogance because you're not saying, oh, you know how you get and you file your nails and you're like, you know what? I'm so much better than you. Yeah, you've got like nothing for me. Yeah, I know. I know you can try all you want, but you'll always be the same trash. That is not what the law teaches you to be. Because the law teaches you to see yourself in the highest light. Because you know why? As within, so without. When you see yourself in the highest, you will see others in the highest. Doesn't mean you have to be their friend. Hmm? Because you'll see madness, I'm sure. But recognize your own greatness and start living in it. But you see, we've been taught competition. Oh, I gotta outdo you. Oh, please. That's exhausting. And it has no basis in love at all. None whatsoever. Right? So today, let us use the unconditional love of the law. So if you don't like where you are, you stomp your foot and you go, what am I capable of? I am capable of more. What is that more? Give me some more. That's what you say. That is unconditional love. To walk in your glory, walk in your sovereignty. Because as within, so without. You become a Care Bear. It's the law of gender, the Care Bear stare. You are projecting the very essence of your being out into the world. So it better be a good essence, yeah? It better be a good essence that you are projecting outward into the world. Mm, I'm not going to preach at you anymore. Mm. But that's it, Ultra. And you cannot allow yourselves to be dimmed any longer. Don't make me sing it. Don't make me sing it. You cannot allow yourselves to be dimmed any longer. Shine, please. That's what lights do. And you do know it's only the male firefly, yeah? That lights up that night sky. Quick like the male peacock, yeah? Beautiful feathers. Then the peahen, she's just brown. Shine, please. Shine. Beauty Queen Onika, I see you. Um, Ruby, she said the fig tree taught her a great lesson about herself. Well, there is only the self, my beautiful Ruby, and this is what the law if you use it every day. Here's a name I haven't said, Marjorie. Hmm. Listen, there is none but the self. You understand? You. You cannot live for others. We keep saying you can't pour from an empty cup. We keep saying that. But yet, we drag ourselves through the day. Listen, if you have to lay down for 20 minutes, lay down for 20 minutes. You have to rock in the corner for 5 minutes, rock in the corner, but you better rise. Rise. You must. I know it may seem like, oh my gosh, I'm really going through it now. I can't smile. Nobody's asking you to smile. I'm asking you to remember the law always. You see, we allow because we learned to allow our emotions to toss us to and fro. The law is an anchor that allows you to fly freely. The law is an anchor that allows us to fly freely. I'm like a bird, I long to fly away. Nelly Furtado. She's Canadian, so you might not know that one. But the law does that. It allows you to soar. But yet, we walk around with the weight of the world, not even on our shoulders. Shoot, it's around our ankles. We're just dragging it. Stop that. No good can come from it. Well, I wonder why. Because you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So plant goodness. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Goodness, mercy. Have mercy on yourself. By doing what? Recognizing what you're good at and using it. You can use it to dig yourself out of anywhere. You can use it to pull yourself out of anywhere. It can become anything in your hands. Your tools that you have at your disposal become what you need in the moment. If you need a lasso, you swing it and you catch onto something and you pull yourself forward like Spider-Man with his web. If you need that, that's whatever situation you're in, you make it. Whatever it is to pull yourself out. Climb. You want to climb out? Well, then Create a ladder. Opportunity. Look for the opportunities. This is what the law is telling us all day, every day. Unconditionally. It does not care about your past. Oh, so you were vile and wicked, were you? It doesn't care. Clearly, we can see that. I could name names, but I won't. Gates, Rockefeller, but I won't. I can't look there. As much as I want to shake my fist at the world, I have to use the law to rise above this madness. Or it will leave you being a husk of your former self. So today, what are you going to do? Are you going to use that unconditional love to move yourself? Well, I strongly suggest that you do. Oh, look, that's my opinion. I strongly suggest that you use the law to your benefit. Use it. Nobody can stop you. Nobody. I have this little tank top that has the Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman symbol on it. And some days I put my hands on my hips and I assume that position. You know, the stance. Yeah. You have to use what you have at your disposal to get your mind in the right place. So if I want to feel that power, I assume the position of power. And again, it's not power to lord over anybody, but it is power to move myself from undesirable to desirable. So assume the position. Think about it. It's all a persona anyway. Use your skills. You are good at them. And when you feel the pride of your talents and gifts, just a good vibration, you just lifted your vibration to move yourself in the direction that you want to go in. So that's why you take pride in what you are good at and use them. And you say, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. I am awesome. That is what you do with the unconditional love that you have. Anyway, you know where you can find me. You can find me on YouTube to get the last remnants of gravy from the bowl. Because I tell you, listen, I'm sweating already. It's almost 6:30 and I'm here sweating. Shoot. That's right, Ultra. You don't allow it anymore. Ever. Ever. You do not. Come on now. So use what you have. Use what you have. Those are the things that you've learned to be good at. Those are things you've learned to be good at. I cannot imagine what my grandmother must be feeling right now. Like I told you before, that report card always said the same thing. Talks too much, asks too many questions. Oh, dear Lord. Even back then, my grandmother had a perception of what she thought learning was. She's like, I sent you to school to learn, not to ask questions. I'm like, but, but that's how you learn, isn't it? You see? Can you imagine if I had listened to that? Then I wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have met. Yes, I know I'm a little bit of a chatty Cathy, but that is my gift. My overdramatics are also my gift. That's how you remember certain things because I leave an impression. Do you know how long it took me to come to terms with that? When people would say, please, girl, you are just too much. But I tell you something, you remember what you learn and you apply it. I have to use what I have at my disposal. There's no time to be wasted. I don't have to figure it out. It's right there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You've got things that you are good at. Use them. Anywho, countdown initiated. I just love you guys so much. I do. Even all my quirkiness. I know, but it's all good. Meep and Jeff, aw, yeah. Thank you all for being here on Twitter today. And you know I'll see you soon. Ooh, tonight at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be hitting the bowl. The Tibetan bowl. So come out for that. And some of you fall asleep even before we're done. And that's good too. Yes? So, 5. I love you, Twitter. I'll see you around. 4. Twitter is closed. 3. Fan base. Oh, Lord. We're bumping up in here today. Triple S and Beautiful and Vaughnie. I see you, baby. Um, I want to say Sheikah, but you listen, you're just going to have to remind me, okay? Send me a voice note with the pronunciation. Miss McQueen, Matthias. Flo Smile, Summer Rose. Zola. Thank you all for being here. It is appreciated, your love and your kindness on a daily basis. It truly is. I'm going to have to holler at my girl Yolanda. So I'll see you soon. Yes? Much love, fan base. Much love. Fan base is closed. Yeah. Now. Hey, YouTube. So I trust today made sense. Ah, Baba 200. Hello. I haven't said your name in a while. Ah, Ruby. You know I love you. You know I love you. Yes, Zola. Oh, yes. Ah, Ultra says, I love the power of I am. Yes. It's your power. I am. Right? And you do it daily? Yes. Yes. That's the way to do it, Empress Ella. Yes, Ultra. When you begin to walk in that knowing, now do you see why it is irrelevant if you're happy or you're sad or you're whatever? Somebody said copacetic. I was like, what? But it doesn't matter. What matters is what do you know? Because it is what you know that you do. When you know a thing, you do it. So now that you know I am, well, you do it. And then what happens to you when you do it? You see that you are. Hmm? It is all in what you know. That's why you've got to know yourself. The law will teach you who you are. But when you don't know who you are, shoot, you begin to act a fool, right? Practice, practice, practice. And that's what I told them last night for the fig tree. That fig tree, if you know the Bible story, Jesus was walking by it and it didn't have any fruit. He was like, "Ugh, but I'm hungry and you have nothing to offer me." And the tree withered and died. What's the whole point of that? If you have something in your life that is no longer serving you, how do you know if it's serving you or not? Does it fill its function? He wanted food, it had none. So, whatever that thing is that you're looking at in your life, if it is not fulfilling its purpose, relinquish it. How? Acknowledge that it's not serving you. And then, what do you want to serve you instead? Then those are the behaviors you begin to do. We have the power, okay? Like, I cannot stress that enough. There's so much going on. Sherelle, there's so much going on. Sometimes it's right in our faces and we can't see it. But apply the law and you'll begin to see. Or you'll see, all right. Begin to apply the law in your lives. Mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation, which means everything that is created started as a thought in the mind of the thinker. As within, so without. As above, so below. Everything vibrates between two poles, a swing to and fro, creating a rhythm, an ebb and a flow. Every cause has its effect, and every effect its cause, a projection, masculine, of the will, giving life, giving form, feminine. So if you know, oh, but I don't like this behavior that I do, then do the new behavior. Why? Because now the new behavior, the more you do it, is in you. The thought that made you say, oh, I don't like that. I want to do this instead. You just planted the seed. And because you said, I'm going to do this, your body complies. And so you do it. And then all of a sudden, oh, snap, I'm new? Yes. You plant the seeds based upon what you want to reap. You know this better than I do. If you have a garden, like my sweet Summer Rose, she knew what she wanted in her garden. She knew what flowers and what blossoms she wanted to smell. So she planted accordingly. You see, we use the law every day, but we think that, oh, the law is woo-woo. Oh, that's not real. Oh, yes, it is. You reap what you sow. You know that popular saying we have, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? I wonder why you can only make lemonade with lemons. Because as within, so without. A lemon can't give you apple juice because it is not an apple. So you see, I just smelt lemons. Oh, snap. Yikes. My olfactory senses are perking up, y'all. But do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's how you apply the law. If you're unsure, go out in the garden. And if you look across at your neighbor's garden and you can see what they've got growing, you know what they planted. So, what new seed behavior must you plant to get that experience? the law is ever before you. It guides, it teaches, it mothers, it fathers, it sisters, it brothers. Listen, it becomes what you need it to be to accommodate your change. How does it become it? By showing you how to make the tools, how to fashion the tools so you can use them. That's how it does it. Now tell me that that's not unconditional love. Because it's not going to punish you. As within, so without. Causation. It's not going to punish you. It's not going to reward you either. Because if it punished or rewarded, it would be partial. It wouldn't be unconditional. It would be partial. So be unconditional with you. Yes, you've made mistakes. And what do you want to do with your life? Use the law. Oh, but Angela, you don't know the kind of person I was. It is irrelevant. You want to change, then change. Don't judge what you used to be. Move forward and become. Mold and shape yourself into what you want to be instead. And that is what I will leave you with on this beautiful morning. You know I love you. And yes, you can still sign up for law school. You sure can. Remember the algorithm. We must get the law out. So let's like, share, comment under the video after the live stream is over. Let's get the law. This is a team effort. It is. Plant those seeds. And let's bring the law into the ears and the hearts of our fellow humanity. We have that capacity. Oh, we sure do. I love you all, my beautiful friends. 2, 1. Much love. You can slide into my DMs if you've got questions. My LINKTREE is in the description below. All my social media platforms are there. You can email me. Yeah, that's what you can do. If you have a suggestion for a topic you would like to experience through the law, let me know. And we'll do it. Yes? So now, instead of love, love. The law will keep us together. It always will. It is the very fabric that holds us together. Yes, so use it. Please. Use it so that we can free our minds. Don't make me get all en vogue on y'all today. Anyway, I do love you. Much, much, much love to you all.